Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Shad, and today we're here to talk about the future of the NBA. We are here to talk about two walking giants in rookie form that finally faced off together, or against each other rather. And they played a half against each other last night, but it made me really happy. And I think it made a lot of people really happy just to see those two on the court and playing well, not just seeing them play, but actually seeing them thrive. So I just want to talk about a couple of the things that I saw and jotted down from last night's game, because I was watching the game out in the living room with my girlfriend, pulled out this piece of paper, figured I should make a video about these two, because there are a lot of things that I saw that I really love to talk about. And I think a lot of things that they did that will translate really well into regular season play and into their careers in general. We're going to get right into it. This is not going to be any serious sort of breakdown. This is just going to be me identifying some traits and some plays that I really liked seeing from both of them, not just Wemby, not just from Chet, but as a duo. We could probably start off with Chet, because his aggressiveness with the ball, I don't want to say it was surprising, but it was really comforting to see, especially coming off of an injury. And I'm excited at the prospect of him being someone eventually who can grab a board, lead a fast break, and then finish on himself or by himself. He has this special talent on ball for a 7-footer, and he's really comfortable attacking closeouts, attacking the paint. His play here at the 5:30 mark in the first quarter, the man is bringing the ball all the way up the floor, taking a screen from Lou Dort and finishing in contact over Zach Collins for an and one, man. That is a 7-footer bringing the ball up and initiating contact for an and one lay against another center. What are we doing, man? What are we talking about? What are we seeing from these two, man? And there was another play from Chet. It was in the first quarter again, 4:47 left. He took a shoulder from Zach Collins on defense. And, one of the things that people talked about with Chet a lot was his weight and his body frame, and okay, he's going to get pushed around by the Giannis's and the Jokic's and the ADs of the world. And while there is some merit to those, I think that if you watch this game, you saw the muscle that he put on. You can see his body looking very different than what it was in his first season, or his injured season. And the ability to take that shoulder from Zach Collins and still be able to finish off the block means that muscle just isn't for show. It is functional muscle that has made him stronger, and that will make his matchups with centers better. And he's already really good at keeping his hands up. And if he can avoid his body getting pushed out of the way, he's going to thrive. He's going to thrive really, really easily. I was really enthusiastic about his feel on the court and knowing where to be as a big man with such a unique skill set. I feel like it's pretty easy when you do have the talents that a Chet has at his size. It's really easy to be in your head and be like, okay, every play when I get this rock, I'm getting this bucket. And to a certain extent, that's a good mindset. But you're growing with a young team. You guys haven't made the playoffs yet. You got to fit in. You got to figure out your role on the squad. And even if it is as a superstar, what role as a superstar are you going to take? He is going to be a two-way athletic monster when it comes to anchoring a defense, when it comes to being a role man, when it comes to running the pick and rolls himself, which again, I don't think you guys have. Jokic is setting a trend here, and it's getting 7-footers to take screens from people smaller than him and running it. We are looking at the future of the NBA, dog, and I'm so happy. And before we talk about Wemby, because there are a couple plays obviously that he had, there was one possession in the second quarter when Wemby and Chet went back to back with threes. For a preseason game, that made me irrationally emotional and happy. I can't get over the fact that this is where we're at in the league right now. It warms my heart to see so many different players at so many different sizes taking on many different roles that were initially gatekept for certain other positions. We're breaking barriers, man. Chet and Wemby are breaking barriers. And speaking of barriers, I guess we can talk about Victor Wembanyama a little bit. A couple of the notes for Victor. He seemed a little bit out of control on ball. It's a weird, he's in control, but he also looks very wild. That's not a knock on him, right? He's 7'4", he's got massive arms. The ball is really low. You see him when he's dribbling. He's sorry, I have to show. He's hunched over. He's hunched over dribbling the ball like this because it's too low. And it's for him to be able to get that low and keep it under control, that layup we saw, the spin layup off the dribble. What do you do about that? What do you do about a 7'4", 19-year-old? How do you stop him from doing a spin layup against a Chet Holmgren and still being able to go underneath, because he didn't go over top of Chet. No. He did not go over top. He went around and under Chet. And that's not fair. And speaking of not being fair, there was that one play where Jalen Williams had beat him off the dribble on the right wing, caught him with a jab, and then drove left, and then Wemby recovered in 2 steps. 2 steps. And that's another theme that I wanted to talk about. Another trait is like, there is no doubt in my mind that Victor will get beat on the perimeter. I think that's a given. Right? Laterally, he's not that quick. Up and down, he's not that quick. He's got really long legs, right? So speed-wise, not there, but just distance covered when it comes to walking or running up the court is up there. Yeah, I mean, like, even on offense for Wemby, we talked about defense and being a closeout guy and recovering. Like, Wemby is able to attack closeouts. He is able to, on that acrobatic layup, he attacked a closeout. It's something really small, but the efficiency in attacking someone and creating an instant 5-on-4 situation where you can either zip the ball around for an open shot or just take it yourself, that's going to bode really well for the Spurs, especially if they have that sort of ability at their power forward position. 7'4" power forward, by the way. What the hell? He looked pretty natural on the court. He looked really different than what he did in the summer league, and in a really good way, right? He ended up this game with 20 points, 5 boards, 2 steals, and a block. And I think that's the type of stat line, I think with a little bit more blocks, but that's the type of stat line you're looking at for Wemby, because he only played 19 minutes. Chet only played 22 minutes. Like, these guys did not play the entire game, and they both put up 20. 7-foot center, rookies. You got the Wilt Chamberlains, you got the Kareems, you got the Hakeems, you got the Shaqs, you got the Dirks, you got the Tim Duncans. So many of these guys. The 7-footer was a very specific archetype. The 7-footer had a job, and it was to be big, and it was to be intimidating on the interior. You look ahead now, dog. We're looking at 2 7-footers. I'm taking notes, and not a single one of my notes is about a rebound. Not a single one of my notes is about a post move. Not a single one of my notes is about a trait that you see, or heard rather, earlier in NBA discourse about 7-footers. These two are different, and I have legitimately no more words, because I really covered everything I wanted to. Like, they both looked good, and it's a preseason game, so I don't want to go too hard, but like, I'm excited for the outlook of this competition. I'm excited for the next 10 to 15 years, however long they play. Like, this is going to be a good matchup. This is going to be a fun matchup, and it's going to create a very, very fun league, because both of them have decent teams around them. Victor's got Devin Vassell. He's got Keldon Johnson. He's got Trey Jones at point guard. Chet has SGA. Chet has Josh Giddey, Lou Dort. He's got all these guys that fit his play style and fit his archetype. And so does Wemby. And I'm really, really excited about that. So also don't mind that. That is definitely Ben Simmons' notes. I only did one because I don't know why. But there will be a Ben Simmons video coming out tomorrow. It'll be a short, or today rather, maybe. Who knows? But that'll be it today, man. I told you, I just wanted to talk about some of the great things I saw, some of the things that really make me excited for these two. And that's all I got for today, man. Thank you very much for watching. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace out.